Hello to you, John.
Morning, Kay. How you doing?
I'm good. You look exactly the same now as you did back then. How was the game last night?
The game was fantastic. I mean, it was a great night for England. As much as you talk about the German team, and we may say they're not the team of the past, history has told us that the Germans always win, particularly in competitions against us. So while I thought we had a great chance of winning, in the back of my mind it was always, well, we never beat Germany in competition. So at least we've now got rid of that hoodoo.
We have. And what about Kane? Finally broke his duck.
I think it's important for him because, of course, Raheem Sterling has been our star in scoring the 3 goals. But I think the longer you go in the competition, you want your captain, your talisman, your goal scorer to be in good form. Because, of course, as much as we're talking about football coming home, there still are 2 matches to play before you even get to the final. So I'm glad that Harry Kane has scored because at least going into the next game and hopefully the semi-final, he will have more confidence because that's what we need. We need our goal scorer scoring goals.
Yeah, so it takes the pressure off him. What about Sterling, though? I mean, seriously, he's fantastic, isn't he? He's totally on form at the moment.
Yeah, interestingly, his club form hasn't been great this season. I suppose that really has inspired him to really show what he can do for England. And sometimes in a club, you may be a bit complacent going into international football because you're doing well for your club. So you're always getting a lot of praise week in, week out. So suppose he felt he had something to prove, and he's proved any other doubters that he had. I never had any doubts in him playing for England because I thought that his style suits international football because of his pace and his skill. So I'm pleased for him.
We've seen a sensational image that has been published in some of the papers today of our goalkeeper. He was on top form as well. I think it was it in the first half that he saved that goal that was almost certainly going in?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you would argue that they probably had the 2 best chances with Thomas Müller also missing a great chance to equalise, and that gone in. But the good thing is we haven't conceded goals. The worrying thing is that we probably are giving the opposition chances to score, but we haven't conceded. I'm a little bit nervous about people talking about it's coming home because we do have to play against Ukraine. And when we talk about should we fear them? No, but we have to be respectful. Should France have fared Switzerland? No, but Switzerland beat them. So we have to be very cautious not to get too carried away and already thinking we're in the final.
Yeah, we are going to Rome. The England fans cannot go and support the team because of quarantine restrictions. What impact will that have on them, do you think?
Well, I'm hoping for it not to have an impact because, of course, it's great to have your fans there. And I suppose if you look at the Premier League season whereby people have been playing without fans and they've been playing well nevertheless, they have to make their own atmosphere. It's great that they know that they will know. I was actually there at Box Park in Croydon. It looks like that's me just trying to get away from all the beer because I'm not a big fan of beer being thrown over my head. But it's important for the players to create their own atmosphere because, of course, at Wembley, the atmosphere was created by the fans, by the nation. In Rome, there's going to be no fans there, so they can't use that as an excuse. They still have to create their own atmosphere.
And looking forward to what might happen in Rome and then subsequently, if they do get through, back to the 2 games at Wembley, the semi-final and the final. Do you concur that England are on the easier side of the draw or not?
Well, they are the easier side of the draw, but France also had an easier path through to the quarterfinals playing against Switzerland. And look what happened to them. So as much as we are on the easier side of the draw, and everyone's talking about getting back to Wembley for the final, we have to take it 1 game at a time because this is an opportunity that we've had being in the so-called easy side of the draw. So for us, we will be kicking ourselves if we miss this opportunity because we've got so far ahead of ourselves. We're thinking about the final and then we don't perform against Ukraine. So all they have to have on their minds, yes, in the back of your mind, you may think about the semi-final and the final, but more importantly, think about the game in Rome against Ukraine.
See, I wasn't going to bring up France, but while you have, you did say they were going to win, didn't you?
I thought they were going to win, and so did the bookies. So if England don't win, I'm not going to say to people, you did say England were going to win. This is football. This is football. France were the favourites, and Belgium are now the #1. So Belgium should win because they're the #1 team in the world. But football doesn't work that way, does it? And that's why we love it.
OK, and so your prediction now is that England win?
My prediction is for England to go through to the semi-final, and then we'll see how it goes from there. And I hope England wins.
Yeah, step by step by step. If you
go to the bookies, yeah, I'm sure the bookies will still not have England as favourites. So are the bookies normally wrong? So as much as a fan and being English, that's what we want. But we also have to think with our head as well as our hearts.
Yeah, as my
so
dad
England have got a great chance of winning because they're a very good team. But I'm sure other people feel that they have chances as well.
Sure, as my dad always used to say, you never see a poor bookie. if we do get through to the semis, will you go to Wembley, or are you going to stay down in Croydon and watch there with the fans?
Oh, no, I'm up in Merseyside. I have to be down in Croydon the other day. I won't be. That was just an event that I went to. I didn't watch it. I won't be watching it there. The semi-final, depending on whether I'm working, whether I'm doing something for television or maybe at the game. So I'll have to wait and see what options I have.
Okay, fantastic.
But I'll be watching it somewhere. I can tell you.
I'm sure. Final thought before I let you go, John. Southgate. Thought for Southgate. He's finally put those demons to bed.
He has, but of course, he has also said we have to go into this game with caution. We have to not get carried away. As much as it's a great moment for the country, which we have to embrace, and we have to. But he understands how difficult football matches are, particularly when you're the favorite playing against underdogs. So he's really trying to keep everybody's feet, particularly the players. It's okay for the nation to get carried away, for the fans to get carried away, but the players can't. And I suppose he's tempering their expectations by saying, let us now concentrate and treat the game against Ukraine as if we're playing against a Germany, a Portugal, a France, and one of the favorites. And that's what he has to do. So he's doing the exact right thing.
Okay, lovely. It's great to talk to you, John. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.